geometry of letters made into words, then crafted into stories that sing and weep and honor and celebrate all at the same time. And then she goes even further, enabling us to join her in the songs made equally of mourning and defiance, even if she is, always, just a little bit ahead of us. After all, isn't that the job of a storyteller, of a true artist? To break the ground and smooth the path so that no matter how many shadows fall in the way, we are always aware of the beauty, the achingly generous and enormously powerful beauty just up ahead. Vivek, I would follow you anywhere. Chi miigwech for singing us home every single time. Cherie Dimaline, December 9th, 2019. Preface. Art has always been my greatest teacher. Although my work is frequently categorized as being about identity, as opposed to work by non-brown, non-queer artists, which is identity-free, often the opposite is true. The art I make shapes and even creates my identity. This is especially true of God Loves Hair. Back when I first self-published the book in 2010, I identified as male. I dedicated the book to the boy who was almost lost. Some readers have generously interpreted the book as a trans narrative, but when I wrote it, I had no idea that it was a ship sailing me towards Transgender Island. The art was ahead of me. It's almost like I felt that I could convey something about myself on the page before I could express it as a being. Similarly, my foray into books was actually intended to be a one-off. Writing God Loves Hair was a coping strategy when I was heartbroken by the static state of my music career. The joke my friends tell about God Loves Hair is that I wrote a few lines in my closet, literally my closet did double duty as my office, and came out announcing, "I've written a book." The audacity of this declaration was amusing, coming from someone with no formal experience as a writer, and with no prior ambitions of being a writer. But the process of writing the book and then reading from it across North America and India revealed to me that my voice could do more than sing. It could tell stories. Looking back, I have so much admiration for my 28-year-old self, for the way he channeled his grief, driving full throttle into the unknown, into something new, for taking a creative risk. May I always have this courage. The innocence of creating the first in any medium is precious. When I wrote God Loves Hair, I wasn't dreaming of lists, of awards, of being picked by Heather. I didn't know what the barometers of success were. Consequently, I wrote from a place of wonder, free from the constraints of the pop song format, free from industry or audience pressure. Perhaps this is why, when I read God Loves Hair now, there's very little I would change, almost nothing I regret, unlike a lot of the art I have made. Perhaps this is why I find myself jumping from medium to medium, perpetually trying to recreate the elusive innocence of that first. After chasing a record deal for most of my 20s, I felt my agency was restored by self-publishing 2 editions of God Loves Hair, 2010 and 2012. I learned that I didn't need the support of an institution to connect with audiences. Instead, I became my own institution. I learned firsthand how to be a publisher, a publicist, and a booking agent. This experience was invaluable when Arsenal Pulp Press published the 3rd edition of the book in 2014, not only because I did not expect to simply hand off the book to a publisher who would then do all the heavy lifting, but also because I was now able to